Welcome to the first full episode of my Crybaby Whims legacy. Mavis was invited out to hang out with Malcolm Landgrab. While Mavis is in her junior year at Copperdale, she never talked to him until recently. Malcolm is a senior in her brother Michael's class, but Michael was never really one to make close friends. Malcolm had noticed Mavis around school, and more so now that they have a few classes together this year. They recently started eating lunch together and frequently text and chat with each other outside of school. They were enjoying their time out today, but Mavis had to get home soon. Her mom planned on announcing something to the family and wanted everyone home to hear it. The two had been flirting all day, and before she left, Malcolm told her he had two questions for her. First, he wanted to go to prom together, but he wanted to go with her as his girlfriend. Mavis was ecstatic and said yes. Meanwhile, at home, Kari was taking a mud bath to relax. The news she had to share was not something she was happy about at all. She had discovered she was pregnant. Uriah had always wanted another baby, but Kari never wanted the two they had to begin with. What makes it all worse is that it may not even be Uriah's. Uriah has always been good to Kari, but she has always had a taste for older men. Tai Lum was one of her frequent callers, and she had him over around the same time she last slept with her husband. Regardless, she found out too late and would rather keep the baby and not disappoint Uriah further. Kari started cooking as both the kids and Uriah got home. She was making Uriah's favorite and doing her best to make sure she didn't let her resentment show. While Kari didn't want to be a mother, she did want to have a good image. Her status was more important to her than anything, and was why she married Uriah in the first place. They decided to eat in the kitchen as it was already a bit late and Kari was too tired to set up the dining room. Uriah was blushing seeing his wife dressed up. He loves it when she wears pink, and he let her know it. Michael could care less about what's going on and wasn't a bit curious about what his mom wanted to share with them. Mavis teleported through the kitchen to join them all, and Kari was finally ready for her announcement. Uriah was shocked but so excited to hear about their new addition. They were getting older and hadn't been planning on having another baby. Regardless, he was thrilled to be a new dad again. Now, we're jumping ahead a bit. It's been a few months since the announcement, and Mavis and Malcolm are finally attending prom together. They have had a happy first few months, and Mavis is obsessed with her boyfriend. They danced the night away together and enjoyed every second of prom. The two of them had become Copperdales at couple. Everyone was jealous of how cute they were together. Well, everyone except for Michael, of course. Mavis was really hoping she'd be voted prom royalty with Malcolm. She figured she'd have a pretty good chance just from how often people smiled at them in the hallways at school. Mavis was also reassured by her friends that they would do their best to make sure everyone was voting for them. Thankfully, she had nothing to worry about. The two of them took the stage and accepted their crowns. She was filled with relief and couldn't stop smiling. She knew her mother would be happy to hear about it too. They shared one last dance together as prom wrapped up. The next day, Kari and Uriah went in for her ultrasound appointment. They would be finding out the sex of the baby and make sure there was still only one baby in there. Side note, Kari decided to style her hair, and I couldn't figure out what mod it was to fix it, so she has gray hair in a few clips. The doctor confirmed that there was one healthy baby, and kept the results hidden so the couple could plan for a reveal party. If anything, Kari was looking forward to hosting the party. She prided herself in her hostess skills and was going to look like the happiest mother-to-be you've ever seen. Uriah still couldn't believe she was pregnant. He and Kari had struggled with infertility in the past, and assumed that after Mavis they wouldn't get any more children, let alone 16 years later. Regardless of the age gap, he was happy to have another perfect baby join the family. As they left the doctor's office, Kari's anxiety levels raised. She really couldn't believe this had happened to her. She was always careful in her planning and made sure to double up on birth control methods when she had different partners. Kari also despised the feeling of being pregnant. She had paid to look this young, and the baby was ruining that. The sooner this baby comes, the better.